Welcome, everyone. Getting ready to start the live and go live, okay? Welcome, kings. Welcome, queens. We are ready, okay? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well. Got 2 minutes. We'll be going live on TikTok in 2 minutes. Welcome, everyone on YouTube. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope your Sunday has been going well. Welcome to Auntie Time with the Queen. Yep, I'm getting ready to hit the live button on TikTok. Let me skip this real quick because I don't know what's going on. Anywho, we getting ready. We are getting ready. Welcome. Welcome everyone on TikTok. Welcome everyone on YouTube. We're going to get started here in a little bit. Okay. We will get started here in just a little bit. Welcome kings, welcome queens, welcome all of the above. Welcome to Auntie Time with me, Queen Sabrina. I am here each and every Sunday to spread a little bit of on you guys, okay? Don't mind the music in the background. Welcome, Carrie. Thank you for joining the live. We're going to get started here in just a little bit. Welcome, Connie, for joining. Welcome all my people on YouTube. Welcome, Soul. Welcome, She, for joining. Welcome, Mick Code PR for joining the live. Thank you. Everyone who are on the live, make sure we are tapping that screen and liking the live. Happy Sunday to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome, Crystal. Welcome, Elaine, for joining the live. Welcome, everyone. Angie Stofa, Linda Street. Welcome to everyone who is on the live. How is everyone doing this Sunday? Happy Sunday. Hope you have cooked your Sunday dinner. Welcome, Gwen. Make sure we are tapping that screen, liking, and sharing the live. Welcome to Auntie Time with me, Queen Sabrina. Hope your Sunday has been going well because mine has been going amazing. Welcome everyone on YouTube as well. So as I say each and every Sunday, we gonna get into it right now, kings and queens. John Sells and Annie Mae Curry birthed me. The Pueblo del Rio housing projects in Los Angeles, California raised me. Tennessee State University in Nashville, Tennessee educated me. And those are the three components that have emerged me into the queen I am today. So welcome everyone on TikTok. Welcome Crystal. Welcome Mary Lee. Welcome Willpower. Welcome Alabama Nezio. Welcome Jackie. Thank you to all my kings and queens. So each and every Sunday, I drop a little bit of jewels of how you can save money on traveling, save money while grocery shopping, a little bit of single dating tips, okay? And then I'll also do a little bit of celebrity tea time of people who I would love to have tea with and pick their brains. Thank you, Linda Williams. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. So this week is going to be a recap of what I have previously talked about, just in case you kings or queens have missed it. Okay, I'm gonna drop it again for you. So thank you everyone who is on the live. So the first topic of discussion, as always, each and every Sunday is what? Groceries. How are we going to save money on those groceries? So previously, I talked about how we save money on groceries is by simply being prepared to go to that grocery store, right? Meaning that we have to have our grocery list. We need to know what we are buying. Okay, that helps to eliminate overbuying things. And I'm going to be honest, this time when I went grocery shopping this week, I forgot to check what I had in my refrigerator already and in my pantry. And I actually overbought some items, guys. So sometimes things can be overlooked. I mean, I bought more cheese than I needed to, okay? But nevertheless, you can always use it, right? Because the cheese was on sale at Kroger's. That's why this queen just had to get it. But anywho, make sure that we are prepared and we know what we need to buy. We have that grocery list so you guys don't end up with 7 packs of cheese like I did this past weekend, okay? Um, we also have to be prepared and have our coupons that are digital, our coupons that we may have clipped. Thank you, Brown Sugar. Thank you, JC. Thank you, Mandy Baker, for joining. We have to have those things ready, set, and to go so that when we get to that checkout lane, guess what? We can scan those coupons and get those extra savings, okay? We also have to make sure that we have those store apps already downloaded. Because guess what? You get extra savings on what? The store apps. So we have to make sure that we already have those apps already downloaded so that we're not wasting time in the store and that we are prepared. Okay, shopping is always about being prepared to get the deal, being prepared with your coupons, being prepared with your grocery list. Okay, also, I talked about how we can save money on necessity items. Okay. A necessity item that we need right now is that H2O. Okay. Now, the average cost of a gallon of water is what? $1.39. Thank you, Janelle, for the roses. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, the average cost of water is what? $1.39 a gallon. Okay. So, I know you guys have seen like in Walmart, Kroger, HEB, just any local grocery, you guys see a lot of these little standalone water places where you can go and purchase water. And people go and they fill up their 5 gallon little sparklet water jugs of water. Why are they doing that? Because it's 30 cents a gallon and not $1.39. Because when you paying that $1.39 a gallon, not only are you paying for the water, but you're paying for that plastic bottle that water is coming in. Okay? As I have always said, when you do things for yourself and you take out them doing it for you, you're going to save money. So this is why you can get water for 30 cents a gallon because guess what? You're going to fill up that 5 gallon water jug yourself. That's how you're going to save money. Instead of getting 1 gallon for $1.39, you can get 5 gallons for about $1.50. Make it make sense, okay? It's all about saving that money, especially on necessity items, okay? Another thing I talked about, juice, a lot of us have children in the home, men in the home, or just even yourself in the home. Maybe you like a little bit of juice, a little sweet tea, lemonade, right? Orange juice. Hi, Mary Lee. Nice to meet you as well. Nice to meet all of my queens that are online, okay? Love, peace, and joy to all of you guys, baby, because I am letting you know how to queen, okay? So, as I was talking about juice, y'all all remember. I remember back in the day, my aunties used to make those pink panties. They used to use that frozen lemonade and some ice cream, right? So, why are we not using that frozen lemonade now? Why are we not using that frozen orange juice now? On average, the a gallon, not even a gallon, because I think it may be a half a quart or something, the juice that you can get, it's gonna cost you about $4. Okay. Now, if we make that juice ourselves and get it out of the frozen section, guess what? It's only gonna cost you about $1.79. Okay, for that frozen portion of juice. As I'm going to keep saying, the more you do yourself, the more you will save, kings and queens. It's all about saving them coins, okay? Why let anybody else do something for you when you can do it for yourself, okay? Make it make sense, okay? Thank you, Letitia Bagley, for joining. Thank you, and welcome all my kings and queens on YouTube and TikTok, okay? Another way to save money on some necessity items. Okay. Now, I know you guys all eat, beans. Sometimes you may get them out of the can. Okay. But Don't we know that we can save money by getting those dry beans in a bag? Okay. But what we got to do to those dry beans in a bag? We got to sort them out, find the good beans, the bad beans. We got to cook them. We got to soak them overnight if you ain't got a pressure cooker. Thank you for liking the live, kings and queens. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the likes. That's how you save money. You got to pick out the bad beans. Who wants to do that? Okay. Not me. But guess what? Guess what I want to do? I want to save money. So I go ahead and I buy those dry beans. Okay. Another way to save money on some food items. Okay. I know a lot of us eat pasta, a little spaghetti, little angel hair, a little bow tie pasta, right? Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but there is always a Latin section in the grocery store, right? If you go to that Latin section in the grocery store, I promise their pasta is much cheaper. Okay, it is much cheaper than even the Kroger brand, the Walmart brand. Okay, ask me why. I do not know. But I can tell you that getting pasta in the Latin section of your grocery store will save you money. Okay? So, as I said, I'm here to help you save that money. Thank you, everyone who is on my live. Make sure we're sharing that live and tapping that screen, okay? We're going to try to get the 2K likes today, okay, kings and queens? So, anywho, another thing that I talked about was what? Children are out of school, right? So the children are out of school, which means what? The grocery bill has gone up. Because normally, when the children are in school, we're not really spending a whole lot of money on per se breakfast food because most of your children are eating breakfast where? At school. Most of your children are maybe eating lunch at school. Me particularly, I like to send lunch to my daughter's school with her because, we don't eat the pig, we don't eat the gelatin, we don't eat the oink oink. So I want to make sure that she is being properly fed. So I like to send her a lunch. But I don't normally have a high breakfast budget because I know she's not going to be eating breakfast at home. But once we do have the children at home, what do we got to do, kings and queens? We have to adjust our shopping budget, okay, to make it make sense for what's going on, okay? But that is when those bi-weekly and weekly menu plans come into play that I've spoken about months ago, okay? When you create a menu for what it is that you are going to cook, then you're not overbuying when you go to the store. You already got your menu together. You already know what you're going to do, so you're not wasting no time and you're not wasting no money, okay? Because that's the main thing that we don't want to waste any money, okay? Now, when the children are at home, how can we stretch that food that we do have, okay? The first rule of thumb: every meal that you make does not have to be a huge meal. I am pretty sure a lot of us parents have bought a Lunchable and sent them to school with our children. Lunchable ain't nothing but meat, cheese, and crackers, a juice, and maybe a little cookie. Okay? Now, if they survive in that school off of some meat, cheese, crackers, a cookie, and a juice, why they can't do it at home? And then per se, when you at home, you can create your own Lunchable because I'm sure everybody got lunch meat, cheese, crackers at home. So create a homemade Lunchable for the children, okay? Make things make sense. Another way to save that money and stretch those meals: make meals that can be used for lunch and for dinner. For example, spaghetti. Baby, if I made spaghetti on Sunday night for dinner, baby will be having that on Monday for lunch, okay? Because I'm not cooking every meal for every single portion of the day, okay? Chili is another meal that can be stretched, okay? Maybe they're going to have chili for lunch 2 days in a row, okay? Baby, beggars and biggers can't be choosy, baby. If you want to eat, you want to eat, okay? Because I'm sure at school, they be having the same thing for 2, 3 days in a row. But when they get home, they want you to, baby, be Chef Boyardee, they want you to be Emerald. They want you to be any and everybody, but being the mother, right? So another thing, another meal to use, tacos. Okay, tacos can be turned into taco meat can be turned into what? Enchiladas, burritos. Okay, so make sure that we are being creative with what it is that we are making. Okay, make things make sense. Okay, for your home. Okay, also, um, because I be having notes, baby. I got to keep up with y'all, make sure I'm giving y'all the right bit of info. Okay, now another thing with groceries. Okay, making sure that when we do go to the grocery store, that we have already figured out what store we want to go to. Okay, because sometimes we can get up and go to Kroger ain't got the best deal. Maybe it's HEB. We get up, we go to Aldi's. Maybe Aldi's ain't got the best deal. So we have to make sure that we are researching what store is going to save us the best money. Okay, kings and queens, you got to make things make sense. Okay, if you got any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in there. And look at my mom, Miss Annie Maysell. She's right over here on YouTube talking about some I'm in the house. I see you, mother. And that's always good that you have your family and your friends to support you. My mother always supports me. So, baby, I sure hope y'all have a mother like mine, baby, okay? Because she is the queen bee herself. She has taught me how to be the queen that I am. So, I definitely am going to bring her on to the live one day, but I'm going to tell you, y'all got to get ready for her. Y'all may not be ready for my mother when she hop on this live. So I got to brace and prepare y'all for Annie Mae sales, okay? Because baby, she ain't with it. She ain't with it, okay? But anyway, we gonna move on to the next topic, right? And what is that? What is that, y'all? Dating. Okay. Dating as a single mother, it was definitely hard out here for a pimp. Okay. And like I told y'all, COVID really helped me because it allowed me to get on those apps, that BLK, the Facebook dating. Never got on Plenty of Fish. Okay. I think I got on another one. I think it was Bumbo. But nevertheless, what where I actually met my mate was on Facebook dating. And Facebook dating, what I liked about it was that it allowed me to see if that person knew any other person that I knew on Facebook, right? So that was the thing about that. But dating, I always share with y'all just different little topics, different little things. And look at my sister, Miss Kiana Mans is on YouTube watching me. She said that I got my little slick do. Yes, sister, I had to do that mo, baby. It's too hot. I can't wear my wigs in the summer, baby. I was sweating under the wig. So I said, let me, baby, take the wig off. Let me slick it and mold it on down, and we gonna do it like that. But anywho, so now we're gonna get to the topic of dating, okay, which is sometimes a sensitive topic for people. But with dating, what I have found out is you got to know what battles to pick to avoid a full-fledged war. Okay, some things you just don't have to just address. And that's why some people say, oh, you're nagging, you're nitpicking. Every little bit of thing, you don't have to address it. You have to decide, is this worth it? Is it that huge that this is something that I can't live with? This is something that really is just tempering my soul. Okay, we have to learn to pick and choose our battles, because sometimes, like I said, a small little disagreement can turn into a full-fledged argument. And that's not what we want. And I mean, no one says that a relationship is what, rainbows and butterflies. And if you saying that you ain't never had a disagreement in your relationship, then guess what I'm gonna tell you? You're lying, because everyone has had some sort of disagreement in their relationship. Now, the main thing I can say is, how are we coming back from those disagreements? Okay, that is what entails about the type of relationship and communication that you have with your mate. Okay, if you are having a disagreement, that turns into a full-fledged argument where he calling you out your name, you calling him out his name, y'all about to have a full-fledged fight and altercation, baby, you may want to rethink that. Because then that means every type of disagreement that turns into an argument is going to end up in that manner. Okay. So it's all about when you do have a disagreement, how are you coming back from that disagreement? Okay. And what is happening? Is anyone stepping outside of the boundaries and saying things that you just can't come back from? Because some things you say in a disagreement or an argument, you can't come back from. So we want to watch that. We want to watch what we are saying in our arguments, watch what we are saying in our disagreements to make sure that we're not being disrespectful to our partner. Thank you for everyone on TikTok who is sharing and liking that live. Make sure we're tapping that screen and liking that live. I'm trying to get to 2K likes, okay? So make sure we tapping that screen, kings and queens, okay? And then also, what else? I talked about establishing roles in a relationship, right? And society, they give us these predetermined roles. Like, for example, a woman is supposed to cook and clean, the man is supposed to pay the bills, and the man is supposed to do that, this, that, and the third. I mean, sometimes that may not always be the case. Like I share with y'all, my dad was the cook. My mother did not cook. Okay, now, like she always says, she can make a good reservation, but baby, it's not cooking. So that wasn't a role that was put on my mother, that I grew up just having that role that, oh, my mother cooks me Sunday dinner, she cooked me this, she cooked me that. No, she didn't. Okay, because I shared with y'all how I knew that my mother couldn't cook, right? I share with y'all how growing up, me and my brother, like weeks on end, we had like perfect breakfast, on the plate, perfect pancakes, perfect eggs, perfect sausage, everything. And then one day, I guess she actually decided to cook. And so when we actually ate the food, we were a bit taken aback. We were a bit confused as to why the eggs were a little bit of runny, why the sausage was burnt, why the pancakes didn't look like pancakes. And so after we talked about her, she went back to getting that perfect little breakfast. But nosy old me looked in that trash can one day and I said, well, who went to McDonald's this morning? Ding, ding, ding. Baby went to McDonald's. Baby was putting McDonald's breakfast on the regular house plates to make us believe she was making the food. Okay. So baby couldn't cook, but she was going to make sure that we ate. So she was getting up bright and early in the morning going to McDonald's. So just getting back to the roles, certain roles may not fit with your situation. So, what we have to try to figure out is what are the strengths and the weaknesses of our partner. Okay. Now, for me in my situation, my man can't cook. Okay. Now he can make some breakfast, but can he make a full-fledged on meal? Will I trust him to say, hey, make Sunday dinner, make Thanksgiving dinner? No, I'm not going to trust him to do that. Will I trust him to help me with the groceries once I buy them? Yes. Will I trust him to put some clothes in the washer? Yes. Will I trust him to clean up the bathroom and the kitchen? Yes. But do I want him folding them laundry clothes? No, I don't. Because he gonna fold them any type of way. And I like them folded a particular way. So sometimes the roles that are out there in society that they tell you that you should do as a woman or they should do as a man, maybe that may not be their strong suit. So you have to figure that out. But we also, as women, also have to learn to say, guess what? I ain't trying to be superwoman. I ain't trying to put on my cape and transform and try to do this, that, and the third. I am not. And I have made that perfectly clear to my mate that, baby, I am not trying to be superwoman, baby. This is a team effort, okay? Where I falter, you pick up, okay? So just establishing those roles in your relationship and do what works for you, not what society is saying, because this is your household, okay? Now, there is certain roles that are just more masculine, more feminine roles, okay? So we do want to stick and abide by those. Thank you guys who are on TikTok. Make sure that we're tapping that screen, okay? I'm trying to get the 2K likes. We're almost at 1K, but I'm trying to get to 2K. So I need y'all help with that, okay? Now, also in relationships, what do we have to establish? Personal boundaries. What she say? Tell them my granddaughter something. I don't know. My mom's writing a note. She said, "Daughter, tell them my granddaughter Sunshine. She told me to sell my earrings that I made you, and her mom let them know I'm making earrings." I don't know what she talking about selling some earrings, but anywho, okay. Mother, I will tell the people that you make earrings. She makes earrings out of jeans and stuff like that. I have yet to see her physically make the earrings, so I cannot confirm that she is actually making these earrings, okay? But that's a whole nother situation. But anywho, establishing personal boundaries, I mean. Meaning, okay, are you okay with your mate having the lock code or password code to your cell phone? Do you care if they answer it? All of this, that, and the third. Okay. Some people do, some people don't. Me personally, I don't really care if you got the password lock code. I don't even have a code on my phone. So if you want to look through it, you can look through it. About the only thing you're gonna find is me talking about you when you done made me mad as far as my mate. But you ain't gonna find nothing else. So I'm okay with it. You may not personally be okay with it, and that's fine. If that is your personal, that you don't particularly want your mate looking in your phone, knowing your password, that is fine. Share that boundary with them. Hey, Lakeisha Woods, thank you for joining the live. That is my best friend, aka Bean, Lakeisha Woods, ESQ. I have to give her that shout out really quickly. Your friends and family have to support you guys. Anywho, so now we're going to talk about other personal boundaries, meaning communicating like your daily schedule. What do you have going on? Okay. Are we telling our mate everything about our daily schedule, what we got going on? 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We got to check in and do this, that, and the third. Now, maybe for your profession, it may be necessary, maybe not. But it is all about establishing what works for you and your situation. Okay? Maybe that may not work for you. You telling your man every move that you make. Maybe it does. Okay? But communicating with each other and establishing how you want to communicate is very important in your relationship. That establishes your trust and your boundaries and knowing how you need to be with that mate, right? So if you guys got any questions, comments, put them in the comment section on YouTube and put them in the comment section here on the live. Thank you, everyone who is on the live on YouTube. Thank you, Ashley Jones, for joining. Make sure that we're tapping that screen, liking that live, and sharing that live, okay? And I do like a little bit of gifts as well, too, okay? Anywho, so we're gonna wrap up that section and we're gonna move on to travel. Okay. I always share with you guys a little bit of travel tips and tricks on how you can save a little bit of money, okay, when you are traveling. Okay. Hey, Stephanie Lissette, thank you for joining the live. Thank you for liking the live, guys. So I talked about not being tied to a date when you want to go places because oh no, Crystal, I do not, please do not try to while doing my live try to get on my live. Now, make that make sense for me, guys. I'm in the midst of doing my live. Why would I bring you onto my live and I'm in the midst of doing it? I don't even know you. So please note that you will always be declined if you try to join the live, okay? Because I don't know you, Chris. Christoph, I don't know anything about you. So that is why you were declined. Okay. So please don't take it personal. Anywho, let's get back to the travel portion. Okay. And let me just get a little bit of water here because I'm getting a little parched. But anywho, so I talked about not being tied to a date, meaning that sometimes when you travel, you have a date in your mind that you want to go somewhere, but maybe that travel date is a little bit higher than what you anticipated to pay. So we can kind of work around and maneuver and be a little bit of flexible with our travel dates, okay? But I have also talked about not being tied to a destination, meaning have at least about 2 to 3 places that are almost a little bit similar so that when you do go on that vacation, you're not just going on a whole totally different direction. Like, for example, Cancun, Bahamas, Jamaica, these are all tropical island type of places that's going to be going to a beach. Okay. They're all going to have like all inclusive resorts and things like that. So you may be in different areas of the globe, but it's going to be kind of like the same feel of what it is that you can do. So have multiple locations that you can go to. That way you can research, see what destination is going to be the cheapest for you. Okay. Also, um, it's just simple. Either you want to go somewhere or you don't. Okay. Either you want to be at home or you want to be outside. Okay. It's just simple. Simple as simple could be. Also, we talked about establishing different types of travel budgets, meaning having, let me see. Thank you, Carolyn Rogers. Thank you, yes, for telling me that my hairstyle is beautiful. Girl, I did this myself. I am my hairstylist and my MUA, baby, because that's another way I save money by doing and learning things for myself. Now, the only thing I do not do, baby, is tint my eyebrows and do my lashes because they are done by my lovely queen niece with K Lavish Beauty Lounge at 6420 Richmond Avenue here in Houston, Texas. So if you guys need a lash specialist, you guys need a waxer, you need to get your eyebrows tinted, go ahead and hit up K Lavish Beauty Lounge at 6420 Richmond Avenue. Shout out to my lovely queen niece, Kiara. Thank you and very much. So, types of budgets. One, you need a food budget because we got to eat, okay? We got to eat when we on vacation. But how do we make sure that we are establishing the proper food budget, right? What we got to do? First of all, where we staying, does it offer any type of food, i.e. breakfast in the morning? Is it offering maybe a snack at nighttime? Okay, when we are going to our travel destination, do we plan on eating at a family member's house? Are we planning on bringing any food with us to decrease that travel food budget? Okay. Also, I told you guys as well, saving money on food, you can always fast. You ain't got to eat 3 meals a day. Maybe you can fast until lunch, and then eat you a good lunch and a dinner. Okay, that's how you can also save on money too. Thank you, Miss Hunter, for joining the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure we're tapping that screen and sharing and liking that live, okay? Also, another budget that you have to have when you travel is your entertainment budget. Okay. So, how do we establish, how do we decrease our entertainment budget, right? Does the lodging offer any type of entertainment? Are you staying at an all inclusive that they're going to be having like shows you can go to? They may have a club on site. Okay. So we need to figure all of that out. And how we do that, we have to plan and prepare our itinerary. Okay. Make sure we're tapping that screen and liking that live, kings and queens. Okay. Also, you have to research and see, are there going to be any free events going on in my travel destination? I.e., maybe like a festival at a park. Maybe they have a museum that is offering a free day that day. So we need to research and see what free events we can go to. Maybe they may be doing a little bit of music in the park. It's summertime right now, so they offering a lot of little music shindigs going on in the park that are actually free. So we have to research and be prepared for what it is that we want to do. We need to establish what we want to do when we go on that vacation, and then we need to see how much is it going to cost us so that we are prepared to pay. Okay. The third type of travel budget that you need is transportation. Okay. How do we establish that transportation budget? Does the airport offer a shuttle service to and from? Does the destination offer a airport shuttle service? Okay, to and from the airport. Do they also offer a on-site shuttle that may take you other places in the city? That's what you have to ask too. They sometimes have shuttles at your hotel that will maybe take you to a shopping center, a grocery store, or something like that. So figure that out. That way, if you need a rental car, if you need an Uber, or what it is that you have to do when you're there. Okay. Are you planning on carpooling with a family member while you are there? Then hey, I don't need an Uber. I don't need a rental car. Okay. If you are going to get an Uber or a Lyft, okay, let's compare and contrast those Uber Lyft prices. And let's also research the cost it would cost you to get from your destination with an Uber. So you already have an idea of how much you're going to be spending in Uber and Lyft fees if that's what it is that you need to do. So that's how you establish these proper transportation budgets, right? Okay. Another budget we have souvenirs, okay? Because everybody wants you to bring something back. They'll never want to go, but they always want something back, okay? So let's first establish who we getting a souvenir for, okay? What type of souvenirs we are getting, okay? Also, what we need to do is we need to, when we enter that airport, okay, we be so quick to just, oh, let me hop off the plane and get out of this airport. Check the cost of the souvenirs in the airport so that you can know what it may cost you when you're actually out and about in the destination, because sometimes souvenirs at the airport are cheaper than they are at the destination and vice versa. So research so that you know how to save money. Okay. So that's how you do with your souvenir budget. And then you also got to know, like, what type of souvenir are you buying? We getting t-shirts, we getting shot glasses, we getting coffee cups, what we getting. Okay. Make sure, like I said, we're tapping that screen. You're going to keep tapping that screen until you actually see like fireworks come up. Okay. That's how you know that you have really gave me a good like. Okay, kings and queens. Now, last budget we for traveling, a little bit of me time. Okay, your me time budget. Okay, thank you, Miss Hunter, for liking the live. Make sure we are sharing the live as well. Me time budget, meaning, have we established that we're going to do something solely just for ourselves? So we first have to figure out, are we going to have any time on this vacation for some me time? If not, ain't no need to budget for no me time budget, okay? Secondly, if we do want to do some me time, let's figure out how much is it going to cost us. Okay, are we trying to do something free? Maybe we want to just sit at the beach and read a book and watch the waves. That's free, okay? Or maybe we're trying to get a little bit of a spa treatment, okay? Now, if you're trying to get a spa treatment, you may be trying to do some type of excursion or something just solely by yourself. Figure out how much it's going to cost you, okay? And a lot of excursions and things that you may want to do on your vacation, look on Groupon. Look in a coupon book. See if they have any type of discounts. Look up and see if they have a coupon code, okay? Everything that you do, you can save a little bit of money if you just do a little bit of research and you do a little bit of proper planning and preparing, okay? Thank you, Purposeful Pass for joining. Is that what that says? I think so. Anywho, so if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them in the chat as well as put them in the comments here on YouTube. Okay. Um, what's going on over here? Okay, I don't see any comments. But anywho, so yes, that wraps up the travel portion of the live. Now we're going to move on to the last section, which is my celebrity tea time. And I always try to remember to pay homage to Wendy Williams, the biggest tea spiller of them all. Okay? How you doing, Wendy? And I don't know if I shared with you guys before, but baby, I knew Wendy was sniffing that cocaine years ago. Okay? I was an undergrad and I was talking to this engineer, and he was from where Wendy was from. And he told me that, baby, honey, Kevin has a side piece and Wendy be sniffing that powder. And I didn't believe him. Okay? And when it later came out years later, I said, baby, I had the biggest tea of them all, Wendy. If I really would have known that that was true, I could have done had a bag off of you, Wendy. But hey, how you doing? It had already came out. Okay. But anywho, so my celebrity tea time pick for today, okay, is a whole entire group. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, baby, I was definitely a fan of this group. Okay. For my brother's 40th birthday, baby, I performed one of their songs. Okay. Because he had a performance and I dressed up like them as well. And that is none other than the queens themselves, Escape. Okay, which they are now called Escape 3 because one of the members have left the group. But the original four members of the group are Candy Burris, okay, Tamika Tiny Harris, okay, Latasha Scott, and uh Tamika Scott. Oh, they TikTok done told me that I'm mentioning some things that may not be appropriate. I guess they was talking about when I was talking about the sniff sniff. But anywho, now I first remember Escape, okay, from their hit single. What was it, y'all? Just kicking it. What they say, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the Escape beat. Just kick it. What? And then, but the most important thing I remember about that video was Jermaine Dupri in that video with that bandana on and them braids and that ring nose, that nose in his ring, baby. That's what I remember about that video. Okay. And I remember them looking like tomboys with these oversized clothes. And I was just thinking, like, well, why they do that to them? You know, they were pretty girls, but they was just looking like some tomboys. You know, I didn't really get that about the video, but the song was on point, right? Because they had some hits. Now, that single was off of their album, what? Humming, Coming at Ya. That was the name of that album. And I remember off of that album, they also had that single, what? Understanding. Okay. And I don't know if y'all remember, but I shared with y'all that I was in a group called the Five Pebblettes. Okay. And me and the Five Pebblettes, because like I said, I was from the Peblos, hence the Pebblettes. Baby, we all had our own part in that song. Okay, baby. I forgot if I was Candy or if I was Tiny. But baby, I had my part in that song and understand it, baby. Now we ain't know nothing about what we were singing. All we known is that was the song to be sang at that point in time. Okay. Now they kept coming, you know, with them hits in the 90s. Although I'm an 80s baby, I was living live in the 90s. Okay. Now, um, the next album that they came out with had the song what? Who Can I Run To? Had that on there, right? So they had us all singing Who Can I Run To and trying to figure out who we was trying to be in love with at that point in time. Um, although, you know, these queens, they didn't have too many albums, okay? But what I can say is the albums that they did have were hits, Okay. And I always want to give these queens their flowers while they are here. Okay. Now, they did get honored by the Soul Train Lady of Soul Awards, where they were honored. Okay. And prior to that's when they were trying to reunite, go back on tour and things like that. They had a little bit of drama with going back on tour. I believe one of the members, Latasha, she just was unhappy with just the tour and what was going on and how she wanted things to be. Okay. So, hence why the ladies are now still on tour, but they're on tour as a trio. Okay. Hence the name Escape 3, because there are only 3 members in the group and not 4. Okay. Now, um, let's see here. Now, I do know that a little bit of the drama was because Latasha Scott allegedly, I'm not sure if her sister sued her, but allegedly she was stealing her sister Tamika Scott royalty checks. Okay. Her and her husband. So that was a little bit of the drama that was going on. Okay. In the group. And what I also know is that Tamika Scott, Tiny, and Candy were actually the members, the original members in the group, and they later on brought Latasha into the group. And so all 3 of them were actually friends before Latasha, Tamika brought Latasha, her sister, into the group. So that caused a little bit of conflict too, I believe. So, anywho, moving on and moving forward. Now, I always share with you guys a question that I would want to ask these people, right? I don't tell you all the questions because guess what? In my mind, I will meet these people and I will get to ask them all of my questions that I would like to ask them. But um after the group broke up, I don't know if you guys know, um, Candy and Tiny were still writing music for people. Okay. And I know you guys know one of the hit songs that they wrote actually together, which was No Scrubs by TLC, which that was a hit song. Okay. Tiny and Candy wrote that song. Candy went on to write Bills, 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 and Bugaboo by Destiny Child. So we all know those 2 songs too. And then Tiny also wrote a song by Ed Sheeran, I'm in love with the shape of you. Yeah. So, I mean, although these ladies weren't still in the limelight, they were still behind the scenes making their coins by writing songs, right? So they still were on the scene. Make sure that we're tapping that screen and liking that live and sharing that live as well. Okay. Now, so we're going to start off with Candy. Okay. We are going to start off, and I'm just going to do one question each for these women because I don't want to drag it on too long. Now, Candy, it has been rumored that dating Jermaine Dupri in the beginning of you guys being in the group. And this is the reason why you were giving many of solos, okay, in the group. Now, Candy, is that to be true? Is that to be true, Candy, that you were dating Jermaine Dupri, and that is the reason why you were giving a lot of the solos, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, if I was dating Jermaine Dupri, and he was the owner of So So Def, and he was managing the group, she better be getting the solos in the group. Hey Mika, thank you for joining the live and liking the live. Thank you for my gift, Mika. So yes, and I mean I'm not mad at you, Candy, if that's the reason why you was getting the solos in the group, because you should. You was dating the head honcho. So what benefit is dating the head honcho if you ain't getting no benefit? Okay. Now it's obvious too, Candy, that You must like men that are your height because your husband Todd is just your height too, and Jermaine Dupri is just your height too. So I guess you don't mind a man that's just your height. They don't have to have a little bit of height on you, Candy, and that is fine. Okay, so Candy, confirm that. Were you dating Jermaine Dupri, and was that the reason why you were giving all of a lot of the solos in the group? Okay, because that's the word around Atlanta. Okay. Now, second person in the group, Tiny, Tiny, Tamika. And the reason why you go by Tiny is because the other girl in the group is named Tamika too. Hey, we have 1K, y'all. Thank y'all for liking and sharing that live. Thank you, Mika, for the heart puff. Thank you for the friendship necklace. So Tiny. And this is no shade to you, Queen. I'm going to say this. This is no shade to you. Now, but in my mind, and I believe that you were a nice looking woman, okay, prior to you getting all this cosmetic work done, okay? Thank you for the heart, me, Mika. Thank you, thank you. Um, you got your eyes done. You done went overseas, got your eyes done. Then you had convinced your daughter to get her eyes done, but then something happened to her to where she had to get them taken out because she done got a whole eye infection. So they must have done messed her up. Okay. Then you done got your lips plumped up. You done got your butt plumped up. Okay, so you done got three things done: your eyes, your lips, and your butt. Now, what I want to know is what drove you? What drove you to these decisions to get these things done? And do you regret any of your procedures? Because people be having them little jokes about your legs and your butt, okay? That you got two toothpicks and two balloons in the back. But hey, if you like it and Ti like it, hey, that's all that what matters, right? Okay, it don't matter if we like it. But I just want to know because I don't know if it was necessary. So I want to know what drove you to that because you looked okay prior to. And we as Black women, we already have full lips. So I don't know what is the trend with these duck lips that everybody think they need to get these lip fillers in their lips and this is that and third. I want to know. Let me know what it is about. Okay. Because I can't understand. I can't comprehend. Anywho, that's all for you, Tiny. And no shade, like I said to you, I just want to know what drove you to those decisions of your cosmetic surgeries. Okay. Now, we're going to get to Latasha. Okay. Latasha is the one in the group that was a little bit heavier in the beginning. I believe she has turned vegan and has lost, that weight. And she looks good. She looks good. And not to say that, baby, because if you're thick, you don't. Because y'all know I'm thick and, baby, I ain't never had a problem catching nothing. Okay. Okay. So let's be clear on that. Now, after making your little life changes in this, that, and the third, Latasha, you didn't, like I said, you didn't lost your little weight. Do you feel that gave you just a little bit of confidence booster? That caused you to want to leave the group, or did you leave the group because you knew it was going to be a little bit of drama when the allegations came out about you stealing your sister's royalty checks? So what was, part of that decision? Was it because you got a little bit of confidence booster, or was it because you were running from the allegations of you stealing your sister's royalty checks? Okay. That's what I want to know. Okay. Now we're going to move on to your sister, Tamika. Okay. Tamika, I would say, to me, you always seem to be not the most popular member of the group. You seem to kind of fade a little bit in the background to me, okay? And not to say that you don't have any talent, that you can't sing, because clearly, after your sister has left the group, you have started to sing your sister portions of the song. So we do know that you can sing, but In my opinion, and everyone has a vantage point, my vantage point was that you just didn't seem like that popular member of the group. And I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you just didn't seem so popular to me. Now, my question to you is, after exposing your sister for stealing your royalty check money, okay, and you stayed in the group after she left, which showed where your loyalty was. It was with Candy and with Tiny, who were originally your friends in the beginning. Okay. I want to know, how has that affected your relationship with your mother? Okay. How is she taking things? Are you guys currently talking? Okay. Do you have an estranged relationship with your mother? Okay. Because I really just don't know how I would take that. If my sister stole some money from me and then my mother knew about it, I don't know. Now, for me, that ain't going to happen in my family. My sisters ain't gonna steal no money from me because we ain't got no need to steal no money from each other. Okay, number one. Number two, my mother would not be in cahoots because my mother cannot hold water. Okay, somebody would have been known that my sister done stole that money from me, or I done stole that money from my sister, because my mama tells everything. So it wouldn't have even went for years. It probably would have went for about 2 hours. Okay, about 2 hours it would have went. As soon as my mama found out that my sister done stole some money, she would have done called me. She would have done called her sisters. She would have done called everybody in the family. Do you know that she done stole that money and this, that, and third? It would have been out. So I don't know how this has been kept under a wraps for years. And I guess one of the reasons I remember you saying is that you didn't want to press charges on her. You didn't want her to go to jail. But I'm just thinking about the fact that you didn't have no money. And she didn't care that you didn't have no money. She took that money from you and your children. She took money out your mouth. So I'm just trying to figure out how you coping with that. And I hope this is something that you guys can get past. Okay. So that is it. And that is all for my celebrity tea time with the group Escape. Okay. Escape 3, who is currently on tour. I believe they will be in Houston in the next few weeks. I don't think I will be going to the show. Okay. But thank you for the likes, thank you for the share, thank you, Lady Cobra, for joining. And if you guys have any questions or comments about anything that I went over today, let me know. Hit me up in the DM, okay? I respond. And if you follow me, I'll follow back. And as I always say, I am here each and every Sunday, God willing, family willing, if I don't have anything to do with my family, because family comes first. Okay. I will not be on a live if I have something to do with my family. So let's be clear on that, kings and queens. Okay. I am here at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Each and every Sunday, I am here, Queens and Kings, okay? So tap in, share the live, like the live, send me a comment. And if I didn't shout you out, please, please, please don't judge me. And aka Christopher Smith, I don't know if you watching, but I didn't see you on the YouTube, but you always telling me nobody shouts you out. So Christopher Smith, if you own the scene, hello. Okay. So thank you, everyone. What did it say? Not 2 hours eyewitness news. Yes, yes, sister. You know she the eyewitness news, sister. You know that. So, anywho, thank you guys. I love you for joining. See you next Sunday. And like I said, DM me if you have any questions or comments or concerns. I will see you next Sunday, as always, kings and queens. Peace out. Bye, YouTubers. I will see you guys next Sunday.